am right now. So obviously, as you can tell, I don't have my usual white backdrop behind me, and that is because I am currently in Benidorm. I am on my holiday. I have just arrived. I've not been here that long in the hotel room, probably about half an hour or 45 minutes or so, something like that. Just kind of unpacking, getting settled with my mum. I am so hot, like unbelievably so. I am wearing black cropped leggings and this kind of cotton t-shirt, which yes is very lightweight, but it's warm. I think it's something like 32 degrees in Benidorm right now, and it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon local time. I am actual boiling. I am so hot, so I am so excited to be here. I'm actually going to love Benidorm so much. I am so excited to be here, and I really wanted to film this video before I left, but I just simply did not have the time. Yesterday before I left, it was just absolutely hectic, kind of editing the video that I uploaded last, and just kind of getting everything sorted, getting ready, getting packed, things like that. So that's why I was like, right, I'm going to film it as soon as I get there, just so I can get it done, out of the way, and get it done so I can enjoy my holiday, things like that. So yes, I did bring my tripod with me, which kind of took up space and kind of weight in my suitcase, but it's so totally worth it, because the other reason why I am so excited is because I got my JACLYNHILL palette! Ah! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! I cannot believe that this day has arrived where I actually got my palette. I am so unbelievably excited, and I've had it in my head for months that as soon as I get it, I was just going to film a swatch video, a kind of demo, a review video, things like that, before I used it, so it's totally untouched. And that's why I couldn't wait to film this video, because I obviously brought most of my makeup along with me, but in terms of makeup palettes, this was the only eyeshadow palette that I brought with me, because it is just so versatile and there are so many colours in there. So I was like, right, it's the only one I need, and I was actually praying to God when I ordered it that it would arrive on time. So much so that I paid an extra $13 maybe to get it delivered sooner, just so I would definitely have it before going away on holiday. And I was actually a nervous wreck for about a week to 10 days, thinking, will it come, will it come, will it come? And it did. I'm so happy it did. I have it with me now, and I am actually so happy to be filming this video. I can't actually believe it. I'm going to wait till I'm back home though to film like a demo. So just right now, it's just going to be kind of swatches, kind of review, things like that. But oh my god, I'm actually like sweating balls here. It is so hot. So I'm gonna obviously show you it and things like that. I did, however, keep the original box at home, so I don't have that. So I just have the palette with me, which is quite annoying, but I will probably, if I can remember, show you that when I go home, just so you can see what it's like. I have been waiting for this palette for months, and those of you that know me, so like my family, my friends, my boyfriend, will know that this palette means so much to me. JACLYNHILL has been such an influence on my decision to do YouTube, and she's just been such a good inspiration and role model, and I absolutely love her to bits. She's probably my favourite, or one of my favourite YouTubers. So the fact that she created this palette with Morphe, which is a great brand, I do love their palettes and their brushes, it just, I had to have it. So I have been waiting for this palette since she first announced it, which I believe was back in maybe January, February, so I have been waiting a long time for this palette. And it got released for the first time about 6, 7 weeks ago, and I was just about to hit buy, and then I realised, no, I can afford the palette, I can afford the shipping, but I had no idea, since I live in the UK and it's from America, I had no idea how much the surcharges were going to be. So I was like, I can't do it. So obviously, without knowing that, I didn't know if I would be able to afford it, so I had to leave it, and then obviously it sold out within 45 minutes, which is really quickly. And ever since then, again, waiting for my holiday. I've been waiting in anticipation. Please be restocked before I go on holiday so I can get it for my holiday. And this light is insane. I look actual total white, but it's just because of the sun in the balcony and whatnot. And it did. I left today, so today's Friday the 28th. I left this morning, and not the Tuesday before, but the Tuesday before that, so a little over a week ago, it got restocked. So it restocked on Tuesday the 18th, and I bought it instantly. I actually was doing a trial makeup, and I had to pause just to see how my progress was coming along when buying it, because it's so important to me. And I actually squealed so hard when it arrived. My boyfriend opened the door, and I zoomed past, saw that it was a delivery man with the box. I had no idea what it was. I just assumed it was my palette. I ran to the door, grabbed it out of the delivery guy's hand. He must have been so shocked, because I just literally snatched it from him like it was like prey, and I was so hungry. I just snatched it and ran back into the kitchen and tore the box open, because I was just so excited to have this palette. And then my boyfriend was like, I'm really sorry, she's been waiting for this for ages. And the guy was like, it better be worth it, and he had to actually, my boyfriend had to sign for it for me, but I don't care, because I'm so happy that I've actually got this palette. And I'm going to hopefully stop rambling, because I've been rambling for about 7 minutes now. And I'm going to get into the palette. So obviously it comes in like a proper box, like with everything does, like with a foundation box and whatnot. But like I say, I left it at home. And inside this box, it actually comes in bubble wrap. How cool is that? So obviously protecting my palette from the transport of flying and going on holiday, I kept it in bubble wrap, and I also layered it in between clothes for extra protection, because this is my baby. Like, I think I actually love this palette more than my boyfriend, and I've not even used it yet. It's my baby. I had to protect it at all costs. So I've kept it in this bubble wrap, obviously thinged it in clothes, and then this is what it looks like. So it comes, because it doesn't have the shade's name on it, it comes with this little card here, which has all the shades and the shade names on it underneath, which I'll zoom you in so you can kind of see. So that's what it's like there. And then when you open the palette, when you take off the bubble wrap, it comes so sleek, and it's so kind of smooth, and it packages really well. Now, I have heard reserves about it being cardboard, and it does feel weird holding a cardboard palette. I'm not gonna lie, I'm normally used to like plastic ones, but it feels really sturdy. It feels so good quality, even though it's cardboard. And my concern is, because it is white and cardboard, it might get messy fairly quickly. However, I have literally, like I say, I've not used this palette. I've only opened it like a million times just to look at the colours, and then I've put the lid back down. So I'll show you what it looks like. So obviously it's totally matte, but as you can see when the light reflects it, the Jaclyn Hill and the Morphe down at the bottom is kind of like a foiled, maybe I would say, kind of reflective material thing. I don't really know what you would call it, but it's texturized as well, so it kind of feels different. And obviously that's kind of shiny, which I really think is quite spectacular. It just makes it stand out, makes it pop, which I think is so apt for this palette, because this palette just pops, and especially when you see some of the colours on the inside. So that's the front, and then what surprised me actually is on the back, because I've not seen the back before, but on the back it says Morphe X Jaclyn Hill, and then it's got Jaclyn Hill's initials on it. So I really like that touch. It's really nice, really personalised, which I think is fantastic. And then on the inside, when you open it up, if I can, I'm really struggling to do this because I don't have a table below me. So when you first open it up, you obviously get a kind of cellophane wrapper, which I have been keeping in the palette for protection. And I really like it here. Let's see if you can maybe see it in the light, which I don't know if you can. But on the lid you get this kind of personalised message, which it does stand out when you look at it, but because of the lighting at the moment it's kind of hard to see with the silver cardboard because of the white writing. But it says, this palette is dedicated to all of my loving subscribers, EXO Jaclyn. And it's in just a kind of neutral font, and then the Jaclyn is in her signature. So I'll see if I can kind of zoom it in enough for you to see. I'm really hoping that you can see that right. But this is what the palette looks like. I still cannot get over that I'm doing this. So this is it here, and it is absolutely, it's so versatile. So you've got a lot of kind of warm matte browns kind of in this region. You've got a lot of shimmers kind of, so these three, kind of like a triangle at the corner here, which I've just realised. So you've got a couple of pink shimmers, kind of some rose gold, champagne-y, some gold, some browns, some kind of burgundy colours, some kind of cool tone burgundy colours, and then some more kind of shimmers. So there is actually quite a difference. So you've got kind of half the palette is matte and then half the palette is shimmers, which I do quite like actually. And then down here you've got a couple of cool tone shades. So you've got a couple of cool tone browns and a couple of greens and whatnot, and then a black, and I'm so happy that there's a black added, because if a palette doesn't have black, then what's the point really? But I am so happy to use this palette. Now, Jaclyn Hill has said that with the shimmers especially, they do need a bit of love and care, in the sense that they need to be worked with either a wet brush, so by using setting spray or a little bit of water on them, or by using your finger. However, I found in my experience that the majority of shimmers are like that. I would never really go in with a shimmer dry, to be quite fairly honest. I think it's just a typical thing with all shimmers, that they need that extra lubrication or kind of friction, if that's the word I'm looking for, from a finger. Like the pressure from a finger to kind of just apply it onto the lid. And she's got loads of lovely transition shades kind of on this top row, and some lovely like highlighty shades, so for like the inner corner or for like the brow bone. And she's got like a warm tone and a cool toned, and I just love the fact that this palette is so versatile, in the sense that you can do so many neutral looks and so many smoky eyes, and then you've got the pops of colour, and then you can mix and match the colour. Like, the amount of looks I have seen using this palette is absolutely redonkulous. It is phenomenal. So I am going to jump right into these swatches, and what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of speed through it, and then just kind of go through row by row on my arm. Now there's 35 shades, so this might take me some time, and as you can probably guess with all the rambling that I have done, this is going to be one long video. So I'm not even sorry. I was going to apologise, but I'm not sorry at all. So I'm just going to jump into the swatches now, and I'm just going to do it kind of row by row. Oh my god, the pigment is amazing. Jesus Christ. On a bike. Holy moly. This palette is so worth it. I just want y'all to know that I have been up for about 12 hours. I am looking forward to sleeping later. I cannot get over the pigmentation in these shadows, like actual, oh my god. There is the first row. So let me get my card out. So we've got in light, beam, silk cream, MFEO, faint, sissy, and little lady. And the pigmentation is absolutely phenomenal, especially in the shimmer shades when you do a swatch. I cannot believe it. The mattes need a little bit of work, but swatching, mattes aren't very good anyway. But I can't actually believe how fantastic this palette is already, and I've literally just swatched one row. Now, Jaclyn Hill has a reason for naming all of these shades. You'll need to watch her palette because I don't know them, to be quite fair. But yeah, so I'll link that one down below so you can actually watch that one, but that's a long video as well, to be quite fair. So here is the second row, and going from elbow to wrist we've got Creamsicle, Butter, Putter, Puke, Hunts, Firework, and Queen. I am in love with Queen. Oh my god, it is absolutely amazing. And Creamsicle looks like a really good kind of transition shade, as well as Butter does. So oh my god, I can't actually wait to use this palette. But on a side note, I mentioned earlier in the video about how dirty the palette can get. Now obviously just from swatching it I will show you just now, but kind of if you can see, kind of especially on this one here, like around the actual circle of the shadow, it has actually gotten a wee bit dirty. So I need to give that a wee wipe down. I think I've just found my favourite shade. So this is the third row here, and again going from elbow to wrist, we have got Obsessed, SB Hillstar, Roxanne, Jax, Buns and Cran Apple, and I actually think Obsessed might be my favourite shade. That's this one here, if you can see it. I'm really struggling to see my camera at the moment because of all the lighting, but that's that shade here. And I remember when I watched Jacqueline's video ages ago when she announced when her palette was getting released and she showed swatches of it on her channel. I remember her saying that Obsessed was one of the hardest shades to create, and actually there were several times where she was just going to scrap it from the palette, and after seeing that swatch I am so glad she didn't. My arm is actually getting really dirty now. Now we get to the exciting part. Here's where the colours are. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, so I actually thought Obsessed was my favourite colour. I cannot decide. Cannot decide what my favourite colour is. They are all just so superbly pigmented. Oh, that's such a lovely deep chocolate brown. So this is the fourth row, and we have got Royalty, Twerk, Hustle, Meeks, 24/7, Chip and Mocha. Like seriously, look at that purple. Holy crap. I'm shook. I'm absolutely shook at how amazing this palette is. Like I cannot wait to just use it and create a ton of looks with this. It's actually, I'm going to die happy now that I finally have this palette. Like actually, words cannot describe the feelings that I have for this palette. Like, oh my god. Here is the last row. Now some of them don't look as well, particularly these last three, but in actual fact when I swatched them on my fingers they were totally fine. I think it's just because obviously I've been wiping it off a lot and then I washed my arm, but holy crap, look at that colour, it is insane. That is actually going to be perfect for my holidays, just as an FYI. So we've got Pool Party, Jada, Diva, Enchanted, Central Park, Soda Pop and Abyss. And like I say, Central Park, Soda Pop and Abyss, which are these kind of three here, they do swatch better than they are showing up on my arm. But I cannot tell you enough how amazingly spectacular this palette is. Like, there aren't the words to describe it. It is absolutely amazing and I cannot wait to do looks with this and create looks and use my imagination and just absolutely use this palette to the hilt. It is going to be so much fun. But anyway, I am going to go now. I'm probably going to take off my makeup, have a shower change and actually start enjoying my holiday. So I will leave you for just now. I'm going to also enjoy my palette as well. But I will leave you for just now and I will see you in the future with some more videos and whatnot, including a ton of videos on looks created with this palette. So I will see y'all later. Bye!